Welcome to Superchat. If you are on your way towards 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is the Mukbang Show with Kid Wonder. This is one of many channels from a creator I've been connected to for over 3 years. I hope we can all take some inspiration from the idea that when I tell stories like this here in Superchat, those stories have gone from many weeks into many months, and now we're starting to get into many years as well. The idea, of course, is that you might wonder to yourself who's still going to be with you a year or two down the road in your YouTube journey, but I promise you, as you'll see in the Superchat family as an example, there are plenty of generous creators willing to take interest in your YouTube journey and support you all the way through. So Kid Wonder is one of these friends to me. On this particular channel, he's sharing with us his idea of mukbang style challenges and reviews. Mukbang, of course, and I know I'm not pronouncing it right, but I don't know if I'll ever get it properly. It's a huge category on YouTube, and you've probably seen videos of this type at some point since you started your YouTube channel. If not, I hope you'll head over to Kid Wonder's channel and see from a very experienced creator how these kind of things are done. Kid Wonder has several different channels. I'll show you another couple of them. Right here, he's got 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 1,400 we know he's going to be thinking about. And Kid Wonder is a very special creator to me. He's been a dear friend for a very long time. When I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years before I met him, but he is one of the very first creators that I was introduced to in my small YouTuber journey. And, you know, I don't know how many people actually like that term. We only use it because it's so popular. If we called this thing Creator Network, nobody would show up, right? Small YouTuber's been a huge term for a long time. But Kid Wonder has been so unbelievably supportive to me personally and to the start of Superchat that he was the very first creator to be chosen out of the Superchat family to be featured on episode number 2. And you can see now, 488 episodes later, Kid Wonder is still with us. He's here as often as he can be. He makes frequent appearances after all this time. And his friendship is dear to me. I appreciate it very much. He is an unbelievable supporter to a lot of other creators. So I put a lot of focus on this because I want you to understand what kind of support you'll get back from a creator like this. We featured him today. And we feature a different channel every single day here on Superchat based on impact and generosity that I have seen in the Superchat family. And we do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, as you have seen, so that you literally have the opportunity to meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. So thank you, everybody, for coming in. I really do appreciate everybody being here at such an uncommon time. I'll point out about the notifications and how those work. Have Cheetah Will View is making me laugh in the chat. But yes, a Superchat Hall of Fame is not the worst idea I've heard. My love, Kristen Welton, is in the house. I'm just going to add her onto the wheel right now with a lot of our members and moderators. She's here as both. But Home Bartending with John was early in the door with the Bud Files, and Lord Texas Boy Gaming is along with Emotion, New Soul, and the Stock Explorer. And of course, a shining jewel in the Superchat family is Scratch and PPA, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in the last 5.5 years. She stole my thunder as a fellow Canadian, and they gave us a Super Chat earlier, and I really do appreciate that. As a matter of fact, Kristen and I have a small road trip to go on tomorrow. We will make sure that we do something to make that drive more enjoyable in the way of food and drink. But thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. She Stole My Thunder is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've been a member for a long time, and they have given us a super chat today. They've done that countless times, as a matter of fact. So what we're going to do is actually put that channel up next. For that reason, we always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but it is open to everybody. So over the next 2 to maybe 2.5 hours, we'll put as many channels on the screen as we can, and once we get the wheel down to about 5 or 6 names, I'll add some from our chat list. So I'll explain the notifications just before I finish the introductions here, but basically what happens is I have found over the last couple of years that when you move the time of your live stream within, let's say, 24 hours, that could be a stretch, but let's say 12 hours or anything like that, you seem to lose all of the 30-minute notifications. Now, I'm not saying I'm right, because it would take an unreasonable amount of actual experimentation to test this, but it seems to be that way. So I will ask for a favor from everybody. I know most people would have not got a notification at all, but if you have the ability to share the stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both right now and in the coming days or weeks as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm, so I'll appreciate it greatly. I noticed that Kristen is sending a special message to the chat. Actually, as of yesterday, we have been together for 7 months, or 7 years rather, pardon me. We lived together close to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada, and have been living together most of that time. So thank you for that. And like I said, she's here as a member and a moderator, of course. We do have a brand new channel in the chat, the Queen Whitney. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Home Bartending with John dropped a highlighted milestone message, the same as Kristen. And what those are, it looks like a super chat, but it's actually colored green for the members. And those are a free bonus on any paid membership on any channel where they are enabled, if that makes sense. So you'll also notice that those knock a little bit of life off of our stream boss, which is the video game life meter under my camera there. And whoever knocks out the stream boss in the end gets some extra exposure for a little while. So Home Bartending with John has held that for a few minutes here, but I see we've got some more activity in the chat. And pardon me while I'm delaying in the introductions, but we'll finish in a moment. Deborah's Journey, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, especially to get us going for today. So for that reason, Deborah's Journey will be up right after she stole my thunder. I do have some good news as well. Gloria's Platter actually just reached out to me right before we started the stream right now. She has officially hit her 4K watch hour. So we will be waiting patiently for Gloria's Platter to give us the official word that she will be monetized any moment now. She is a very much loved creator in the Tuber Chat family, and we'll all be very excited for her. And we've already talked about the idea of her doing a monetization celebration, which of course we'll set up after Tuber Chat in the coming weeks and raid. So let me get back to the introductions. And we're looking at the Mukbang Show with Kid Wonder, who's a 3-year friend of mine as a minimum. It could be even longer by now. He's got many different channels and is definitely an influential creator who is unbelievably loyal and supportive. Barb's Country Home is in the house. BioBengal25 is here. Facing Reality is here from Jamaica. I know that Unstable TV came in for a moment. They're in the UK. Ireland, pardon me. So they it's probably around 3 a.m. for them, so very, very late, but I do appreciate anybody coming in even for a moment. Growing My Own, it's good to see you here. My long-time friend, Have Cheetah View, is Patrick. He's in the chat with us. Hyper Blitz is here with us almost every day lately. Jason Ghost Hunter has been making frequent appearances as well. Nicholas Family Adventures and Nikki D Music and More are both longtime friends of Tuber Chat. Smallholder Homestead, it's good to see you here. The BC Gaming Dispatcher originally came to us through Instagram, and it's an example of how using the outside social networks can draw in some extra traffic both to your channels and your videos. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is in the house. The Queen Whitney, I think I said hello already, but it's great to have you here for the first time. And Haruka is in the house from Japan. Lake and Kisses, let me just get you onto our Wheel of Doom. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So we're going to get them onto the wheel. The next channel we'll look at is She Stole My Thunder from Canada. And Deborah's Journey will come up next. Come Hither with Heather is here from Australia. Another longtime dear friend of Superchat. She's here with us almost every day as well. And pardon me if I've missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Pardon me. Child of God 77, it's good to see you here. And I'm just flipping through the chat here a little bit. If anybody has mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see that I missed, I'll ask for your patience. Just pardon me, today's a bit of a longer intro than usual, but if you don't mind mentioning it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuberchat, Connect, and Grow, that should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Another brand new channel seems to be here in the house. One Frugal Thing, good to see you in the house for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And Fanatic Guide is in the house. Thank you for coming in. He's been hanging out with Corner Clubhouse Cobalt 66 a bit. Always happy to see you two together. Pardon me, I have had an extremely busy couple of weeks that are very untypical. As a matter of fact, they've taken me away from the computer, away from almost everything for a few days each of the last 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to being back, catching up with a lot of creators and catching a lot of live streams. This is the point where the days start to get shorter for us. We're changing our clocks back tomorrow, and then my work days will start to get a little bit shorter as the months go on. That will give me a lot more YouTube time to catch up with everybody. Six Bows is back. Good to see you here. I see them supporting creators all the time. So I'm just going to show you another couple of channels from Kid Wonder, especially his first channel is something you'll likely want to see. And this is where Kid Wonder got his start. So like I said, I've known this creator for 3 years. He was already at it before I got to him. And he has been an incredibly supportive creator all the way along. We've featured now after today at least 3 of his channels. And as you can see, he's doing quite well. It's pure variety over here. A lot of vlogging and a lot of live streaming. So I hope you'll join him. And then I'm just going to show you one more of his channels. He has others, but I'll leave it to you to find those when you get to him. Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream is where he does a lot of video gameplay, and actually collaborated with him once on this channel. And this game that you see so common from Kid Wonder is called 8-Ball Pool. It's something I just coincidentally also happen to play on my phone sometimes when I'm waiting for a dentist appointment or something like that. And I noticed that Kid Wonder had played it. I said, one of these days we should get together. Sure enough, I caught him just as he started a stream one night. So I hopped on there with him for an hour. I hope you'll go check that out because we had a lot of fun. And it's always a great idea to collaborate with other creators. Nathaniel Townsend, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Traveling Merton and Sue, always good to have you here. And thank you so much for the kind words and for coming in. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every day or for the whole live stream, but I do appreciate every moment, even if you're just coming by to say hello or give a thumbs up or run the stream in the background. The Fix-It Lady, it's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, BC Gaming Dispatcher, for sharing on Twitter and IG. They've done that many times before, and I really do appreciate all those shares. So that's a look at Kid Wonder, a dear friend to me, an incredibly supportive creator, possibly a very influential one as well. So next up is She Stole My Thunder, and this is a fellow Canadian, and we've talked about this channel many times before. First of all, they happen to be a member. They happen to have been featured before, just like Kid Wonder today. We see generosity from this creator right away as soon as we get to their front page because they've got a lot of featured channels here. When you feature channels on your front page this way, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they're saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm when your channel is featured on so many other creators' front pages. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. It's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with another creator. That's where the strong and solid foundation for our channels really comes from. And if you have featured Superchat on your front page, just please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that. Glorious Platter is ready to swap playlists as well. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So what we're looking at right now, really haunted places. By the way, thank you for coming in. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I think I said hello to Barb's Country Home. And then when we look at She Stole My Thunder and their content, they're telling us on their banner that they review books, movies, and art, which they absolutely do, but there's a lot more variety on this channel. You see some helpful videos right here on the front page, or at least on the videos page. Things have changed now, right? Over the last couple of weeks, you've probably noticed, especially if you're on a computer. I know they're dressing up the app as well for Android and iOS, but YouTube has changed a little bit of the look here. Now we've got all these different tabs that are separating our videos, and I think a lot of creators probably wished for this for a long time, so that your videos, your shorts, and your live streams could all be separated. I imagine they've got a community tab here. The community tab is supposed to roll out to everybody, so we'll look as channels come up on the screen today and see how many creators under 500 have got their community tab now, because like I said, I've been a little bit absent from YouTube just for a couple of days due to the other half of my full-time gig. And so I haven't been able to see enough channels. I was on a little bit today, but really wasn't noticing those things. I was kind of just hopping in and out of streams. As a matter of fact, today I saw Home Bartending with John on a stream, and I can't for the life of me remember whose channel it was. I was thinking about it before we started today. But it's great to see creators collaborating. And my dear goodness, what a long-winded intro for today. But She Stole My Thunder, like I said, dropped a super chat on us, so we put that creator up first, and we always do that. Deborah's Journey's coming up next for the same reason, but I really do appreciate that extra support, especially to get us going today. So thank you for that. She Stole My Thunder's done that countless times. So Deborah's Journey is going to come up in a second here, and then so for everybody that's brand new, I know we've got a few brand new channels in the chat. Our moderators might take out any messages that don't align with our procedure for the way that we connect with people. This growth stream, which is what we call Tuber Chat and places like it, works a little bit differently than what you may have seen. We're very focused on generosity here, and the idea, of course, is that we give much more to others than we expect to receive. We do that by reaching out to other creators first, supporting them with all the things we wish they would do for us, knowing that they will turn around and do that afterwards. So if you haven't already had a chance to read our video description, I hope you will. It describes exactly how to connect. For in the case of Deborah's Journey, let's get that channel up here and I'll describe. The first thing you want to do for anybody that's fairly new to Tuber Chat is to start a conversation with somebody in the chat that you would like to connect with. It's very important to make sure you're on the same page with somebody, because the analytics tell us that here in Tuber Chat, 60 to 70 people might be on a phone. Now, we know a lot of people are using multiple devices because it's easy to keep up with the chat and watch the screen on different devices, but you have to consider the idea that people might be out watching videos. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? So people might be leaving the live stream and coming back frequently. So The way that we want to connect is to let somebody know we'd like to do that first, then head to their channel, watch a full video of at least 3 minutes in length. It's very important we watch a full video from beginning to end and that it is 3 minutes or more. And then you leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. You don't want to say anything spammy. You don't want to say new friend from Superchat or, you know, nice vid or thumbs up or any of the stuff that hundreds of other people might be saying. Or your comment could get held for review and you might lose the connection. YouTube takes some of those away sometimes, right? So I recommend 3 or 4 sentences. Once you've done that, give a thumbs up, turn the subscribe on and ring the bell, of course, and come back into the chat, let them know you've done that. They will turn around and do the same thing for you. My dear goodness, I really do appreciate this overwhelming generosity today. The Fix-It lady is dropping a super chat on us as well. So for that reason, we're going to put that channel up next. Right now, we're looking at Deborah's Journey. This is a creator I'm still getting to know, but they're talking about budgeting, cash stuffing, grocery hauls. Essentially, I think this creator wants to help us save money more than anything else. And I can really get behind channels like this because a lot of us have monetization on our mind, and wouldn't it be wonderful if we could maximize the impact of that income once it does arrive? So I'm going to take another video from this creator. Actually, I'll take this grocery haul and I'll put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with this channel afterwards and get to know their channel and their content a little bit better. We do notice that this creator's got 187 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 200 they're thinking about, but they do have their community tab, so I'm happy to see that. I was hoping that it might have rolled out to everybody. We'll know soon enough. Rich Cat Ranch, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Rich Cat Ranch has been incredibly supportive for a very long time. I actually finally caught one of their live streams today, and you'll have to forgive me because I was in there only for moments. Now, I did run the stream for a very long time. I don't know, could have been an hour, could have been an hour and a half. I'm not sure how long you were on. I probably ran the whole thing or most of it, but I was taken away from the computer. So what I had done today was hopped in a few streams, got them running, and then just left them running in the background. But I was happy at least I caught them. They do it a lot earlier than I had thought. Around 3 o'clock this afternoon Eastern, I believe, was when I hopped in with Rich Cat Ranch. TCG fam, good to see you here. Whiskey Woman Whisks, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I believe this is your first time here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. From the Spirit Zone is in the house. It's good to see you here. Pardon me if I've missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And another brand new channel. Yes, so Whiskey Woman Whisks is brand new in the chat. So it's great to have you here. I hope everybody will join me in giving them a warm welcome into the Tuber Chat family. And we're talking about Deborah's Journey right now. I'm going to move on to the Fix-It lady. Both of these creators drop super chats on us, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. So thank you, Deborah's Journey. Thank you, the Fix-It lady. Thank you, She Stole My Thunder. And of course, Rich Cat Ranch is coming up next for the same reason. I didn't realize it, but the Fix-It lady actually took over as our stream boss. So I mentioned this earlier, but the video game life meter under my camera is affected by every super chat and membership, including highlighted milestone membership messages that fly through the chat. The last person to knock the stream boss out takes over for a little while and gets some extra exposure. That will be the Fix-It lady for a little while. So when we look at this channel, we see another creator that we're still getting to know. So what I'm going to do is take one of their latest videos. This is an easy Dollar Tree do-it-yourself decor video, and I think this is a really cool idea. You don't have to be what we might call a crafty creator to enjoy a lot of this content or even take part in some of the things that you see or take inspiration from them. So I always enjoy a lot of this kind of content because we're talking about, first of all, finding things either on a budget or to save money. Not that we always want to be cheap, but let's say frugal, right? Why would you pay more for anything if you didn't have to in most cases? The right money spent in the right place is kind of how I like to describe the way I try to handle those kind of things. But it's great to see this kind of a thing where we can find supplies, especially in these haul videos when we talk about the dollar stores. I like dollar stores as much as anybody who likes dollar stores probably likes them, because there are a lot of things that you'll find there, and I find myself constantly almost amazed at some of the things that are available. Here in Canada, our dollar's a little bit lower than the United States. So in our most popular dollar store called Dollarama, you've probably seen a couple creators with hauls from there. You can buy things up to $4 there, actually, and I'm sure they'll raise that eventually. There were always talks about Canada coming out with a $5 coin. I don't know if that day will ever see light. But we've had a $2 coin and a $1 coin for a long time. Our friends in the United States refer to $1 bills as singles, and you might be surprised to know that Canada hasn't had them for a long time. We actually used to have a $2 bill too. That was almost as popular, and those are long gone. So, thank you one more time to our Super Chatters. Rich Cat Ranch is up right now. This is another creator who was recently featured on Superchat, and hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, I see. Your live stream may not have processed from today. I was going to say, wait a second. I know I was in there. Why isn't it there? If I go over to their live streams, there it is right there. I did manage to catch them. Yeah, you were on for 2 hours. My goodness. Rich Cat Ranch. I forget who you had on with you. That's not where Home Bartending with John was he? I forget where he was today. Philip Lemon is in the house. Good to see you here. Nikki D Music and More has 2 channels. Yeah, Nikki D Official and Nikki D Music and More. And then $1.25 tree, says Gloria's Platter. Yes. We have a few of them. We've got Dollar Tree, Dollarama. I forget some of the other ones. And so we're looking at Rich Cat Ranch. So they've got 1,600, almost 1,700 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They have an unbelievably huge number of animals on their ranch, on their property, and you'll be able to get to know a lot of those animals in the Sunday Shorts videos in particular. But they've got a lot of variety on their channel, so they will show us all around the property, their life with the animals, daily routines, recipes, and a lot of wisdom that becomes acquired by our friends in both the ranching, gardening, farming, and homesteading groups of channels. So I hope everybody will connect with them. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. The Gaming Ham is in the house. It's good to see you here. They happen to be a member, so I'm going to get them onto the wheel. And like I said, after a little while, when we get down to about 5 or 6 names, I will add some people onto the wheel from our chat list. I think I missed some activity in the chat. Is that the case? Oh, Smallholder Homestead. Pardon me, I missed your super chat from quite some time ago. So pardon me for that. I certainly don't mean... Or did I not? Or is that brand new? There it is. Okay, yes. Pardon me. I almost missed that. Okay, Deborah's Journey we actually looked at because they did the same thing. So what we're going to do is look at Smallholder Homestead right now, and then we will get back to spinning the wheel. So Smallholder Homestead is another channel I'm still getting to know. They've been with Superchat a little bit while. I've seen them out supporting others, but they have dropped a super chat on us again here in Superchat. They've done that before, so I'm just wanted to get their channel up on the screen right now. They've got 234 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know they're thinking about. There's that community tab, so I am becoming happier by the moment here with every channel we put on the screen, because I would love for everybody to have their community tab if they're qualified. which is not too difficult. All you got to do is make sure that your identity is verified behind your channel, if I understand right. That Backyard Life from the Here We Grow Again crew. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. The Gaming Ham, yes, thank you very much. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by for a moment to give a thumbs up or run the stream in the background. Smallholder Homestead, let's read your about page so I can give a bit of a description. 8 children makes quite a family size, and they're on about a 1/4 acre homestead, but it's interesting to see the kind of homestead activities that can be accomplished on a smaller property. Some of the things we might be more familiar with some of the larger properties, but I bet that we're going to have a lot to learn for that reason, and I think the different perspectives, it's just a guess, but can probably be helpful to everybody throughout the homesteading community. So they have silver fox rabbits. Yeah, I hadn't heard of those before, so I'll be looking forward to getting to know them. I'm never going to pronounce that right. Is it coon pigs? Pardon me. I might be butchering the name, and I don't mean to do that. And chickens. So they have quite a few things here. And then they want to motivate us in a spiritual way as well, which is great. So I'm just going to grab this latest video. I forget which one I shared. I think it was this one, but I hadn't watched it yet. I'm just going to put that in my catch-up list. That will give me something to catch up with, and that will give me an opportunity to get to know your content a little bit better as well. Oh, and thank you, Rich Cat Ranch. Yes, I appreciate every moment everybody can spend. This is an uncommon time, and just in case anybody was curious, I've been doing something else on Friday nights lately, but we switched just for 1 week this week to do something a little bit different kind of. So I will be doing my Friday night gig tomorrow night, so we'll do Tuber Chat early. I'll be back on Sunday like normal. But that's why we're here today, and then I expect not to be here on Fridays, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to pull a Friday live stream when we're so used to doing that. The Gaming Ham is coming up next. Thank you again, Smallholder Homestead and Rich Cat Ranch, for your super chats. I really do appreciate those. The Gaming Ham has come in with another super chat as well. They've done that countless times, and this is a channel with an interesting name. The Gaming Ham brings us a lot of video gameplay, but they're also an advocate for the ham radio community. You might even hear this creator talking ham radio while playing a video game. They're expanding their content right now and have gotten into some 3D printing, both in shorts as well as video. So I'm looking forward to more from this creator. They've been an incredibly supportive and generous creator to Tuber Chat for a long, long time. So I hope you'll connect with them and get some of that support coming your way as well. They've got 255 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know they're thinking about. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Pardon me, even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on the phone. So it's we've gone through, I don't know what it is. It's not a heat wave or anything like that. Certainly not like boiling hot. I happen to be finding myself to be boiling hot all day today. I don't know what's going on, but my mug, you won't be able to see it, I'm sure, but my mug is like literally sweating here. There's beads of water dripping all over the desk and everything else. It's Our Abundant Life. Thank you so much for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. And they have shown to be incredibly generous supporters ever since finding Tuber Chat not too long ago, as a matter of fact. And then Ghostly Winds is in the house from Australia, a longtime dear friend to Tuber Chat. We'll look at their channel soon enough, I'm sure. What I'm going to do right now is put It's Our Abundant Life up. We always put Super Chatters on the screen right away in order, and then members get added onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But after a little while, I will open it up. It's open to everybody, of course. We've still got about an hour and a half to go. We're not in any rush to go anywhere today. We can stay almost as long as everybody would like, and we'll get as many channels on the screen as we can. I'll start adding some names onto our wheel from our chat list soon enough. And then, thank you, Smallholder Homestead. I often multitask, especially when I'm supporting creators in YouTube. So, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. It's Our Abundant Life is another creator I'm still getting to know. They came into the Tuber Chat family just a couple of weeks ago, but we're blazing with generosity right away, as you have seen. And they are a Christ-following, faith-filled, fun-loving family, hoping to bring joy and laughter to our days as they share their everyday life with us, homesteading wholeheartedly, working diligently, playing passionately, serving faithfully, and loving relentlessly. So I'm sure we have a lot to learn from these creators as well as be inspired by. And they are talking about, they've got 3 older children now in Northern California, and they will take us on their journey with them. Pardon me while I'm stalling while I'm reading this, right? But hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety that we're going to find, and I'm looking forward to it myself. I've enjoyed what I've seen so far. What I find from a lot of creators who bring us a lot of outdoor content, or like from farming, fishing, gardening, we've seen a couple homesteading channels already, is that they seem to have an instinctive nature to want to share knowledge and resources with each other as well as others. So I'm sure we have a lot to learn over here. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. 49 subscribers right now. They're halfway almost on the road to their first 100. And look at that community tab there, which is wonderful. So I'm very happy to see that today. And we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards their first 100. We know the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as everybody's doing as much as we possibly can for each other, we see channels growing, we see channels hitting different milestones, getting monetized and things like that, crossing over that first 100, first 1,000 all the time. So I hope that you'll connect with It's Our Abundant Life, and we'll push them a little bit farther. Armstrong Adventures is in the house. And Odom's Homestead is also here. Tropical Buzz is a second channel from the Stock Explorer, as a matter of fact, who's here as a member and a moderator, so I hope you'll connect with them. Annabelle TV is in the house. It's time for me to spin the wheel, by the way. And we'll get Margie's Crafty Corner onto the screen. I'm not sure if I actually said hello to them, but I did put them on the wheel when I saw them. We'll get Annabelle TV on there in a moment. And like I said, it won't be long today, I don't think, before we're going to start adding names from our chat list. So Margie's Crafty Corner has 679 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards the, 700. We know what she's going to be thinking about. Annabelle TV's on the wheel now, and when we look at Margie's Crafty Corner, we see a lot of creators in the crafting space, or a lot of crafty creators, if we want to put it that way. I've seen a lot of collaborations with a lot of these creators as well on StreamYard panels and things like that, where they're creating either similar things or very different things at the same time. There's always engaging conversation that goes along with that. So Margie's Crafty Corner, of course, is bringing us all 3 types of content with shorts, videos, and live streams. Is another creator I'm still getting to know. So I'm just going to hit their about page. They do crochet and paper crafts. They stitch markers for sale. Am I getting that right? I know I'm reading it right, but I'll have to see what you are talking about on your channel when I go through more of your content. They love to read and use stickers in their planner. Their videos are their crafts as well. And they've just been at it since 2019. right around this time, as a matter of fact. So I'm looking forward to more from Margie's Crafty Corner, but she's been here almost every single day since finding Superchat just a few weeks ago as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with her if you haven't already. And we will get to spinning the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. I didn't realize It's Our Abundant Life actually took over the Stream Boss position again, and what that is the video game life meter under my camera there. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock them out takes over for a little while and gets some extra exposure for that reason. So you'll see that It's Our Abundant Life is right there under my camera. Oh, and then, yes, thank you very much. It's Our Abundant Life. There's lots of time for me to put lots of channels on the screen. I do appreciate that kind of generosity, but there's lots of time today because we've only been on not even 45 minutes right now, and Tuber Chat's always somewhere between 2 hours and 2.5 hours. On average. Kristen Welton is up right now. This is my love. You saw her in the chat earlier dropping a very nice message for me. We've actually been together 7 years as of yesterday, and we live together close to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada. It's about an hour and a half away from Toronto. But she has her own channel and she's doing her own thing. She's doing very well in a couple of aspects. One of those is with shorts, hitting almost 20 and almost 30,000 views. She constantly experiments with different ones. She's got a short here from a Fear Fest type of event that we went to in Niagara Falls last weekend. You might recognize the actor in the shorts video there. And then you'll notice that presentation is on the forefront of Kristen's mind. Her avatar, her banner, and her thumbnails are all, for the most part, matching. She's got these bright, bold headshots that will likely make her recognizable and do well for branding. She's doing a lot of product reviews, unboxings, and sponsored videos lately more than anything else. But she's also collaborated with other creators. She's got lifestyle videos, more variety, and a few live streams. She's fully monetized, lots of ways to support her when we get there, including super chats and memberships, of course, and almost 1,600 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther there as well. Ghostly Winds dropped a super chat on us. Thank you for that. He's done that many times before. Ghostly Winds is a dear friend. We'll get his channel up right now. Like I keep saying, we put super chatters on the screen right away. We put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then I'll open it up for everybody to have a chance to be on the wheel and the screen soon enough. In the final stretch of the year, a whole year of doom, a whole year of family building, and a whole year of smiles. Hope 2023 will be the same. I'm sure it will, at least with Ghostly Winds in our corner. This is a creator who comes to us from Australia. They've been a dear friend for a very long time. And I started today's stream by talking about another creator who is likely connected to Ghostly Winds as well, Kid Wonder. You wonder to yourself possibly who might still be with you a year down the road or 2 years down the road, supporting you as much as they can at that time and possibly even all the way along. And Ghostly Winds is not only one of those friends to me, but they're somebody who goes much farther with their generosity. They are somebody who I can say truly has my back out there. They observe what goes on both inside and outside of Tuber Chat, and they have everybody's best interest at heart with the things that they notice and talk about and share. So I hope everybody will connect with them. They are an unbelievably supportive creator. 762 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 they're thinking about. I can see I'm falling behind again because Ghostly Winds posts almost every day. I'm just going to actually... it looks like for the last few weeks it's only been a couple of times a week. I can't believe how far behind I am, but that's okay. I'm going to catch up right now with the latest video. What you're going to find in the content here is a lot of retro video gameplay. So you notice the Sega and Nintendo logos, of course, right? Myself, I grew up with these things, but Ghostly Winds is still able to introduce me to games that I was not already familiar with after all of these years. So you'll probably find that as captivating as I do when you get there. One of the things you'll notice is when they live stream, you will feel the energy that they're having, the fun that they're having while they're playing, if that makes any sense. They'll give you a warm welcome, and you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members when you're over there. Haruka, thank you so much for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment. I know it's very late for you, so thank you for hanging out, and we'll see you again very soon. Coach Mary Ma is in the house. That's another member, so we're just going to get that channel onto the wheel. And thank you one more time, Ghostly Wins, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. And we will spin right now. So if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's mentioned, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Lord Texas Boy Gaming is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. There's somebody who's been with us almost from the beginning of Tuber Chat. Oh, Lake and Kisses. I don't know what happened. I remember copying your name and pasting it onto the wheel. Unless I made some kind of a mistake, you should have been on the wheel all this time. Luckily, Scratch and Pete PA just noticed that I either accidentally deleted it or did not copy and paste it properly. So pardon me for that, but I've got you on the wheel right now, and your channel will come up soon enough. That's the one thing about being on the wheel, right? Is once you're on, you're on. So Infinity Gamer 20, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm not sure if this is your first time. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Lord Texas Boy Gaming is up right now, and like I said, this creator's been with us so long now. I think it's actually from the beginning of Tuber Chat. It's so long I've forgotten exactly how long it is, and the reason why I put focus on that is just for you to be able to understand the kind of support you can expect back from this creator. You know, they've got over 4,000 subscribers now, and I say of any channel of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by. And I should have caught that, Infinity Girl Gamer 20. I should have known that that's cute Goth Girl Gamer. She's been a dear friend and an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter to Tuber Chat for a long time. The Queen Whitney, I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know today's a bit of a later stream. We're back tomorrow very early. We'll be back in, you know, a little more than 12 hours from now, as a matter of fact. We mix the times up so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones, but we're typically here 4 days a week, usually Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and one other day. And then Scarlet Andy, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. So Lord Texas Boy Gaming, I'm just going to grab your latest video and put it in my catch-up list. That catch-up list is just a playlist that I use so I can stay caught up with creators, but it was fondly known as the catch-up list now, which was named by Ghostly Wins, our friend whose channel we just saw a moment ago. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and it looks like it's going to be close, but it's the Stock Explorer, actually. They're here as a member and a moderator. They got 2 channels. We'll look at both of those. The Stock Explorers had an exciting month because just a couple of weeks ago they became monetized, and now they've had their monetization type of celebration kind of thing. They've had a birthday stream as well. So the Stock Explorer is really just killing it, but they were already streaming basically daily even before these things happened, and I think that's a big part of what led up to their speedy growth, as a matter of fact. So the Stock Explorer's got over 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,400 they'll be thinking about. I see Jamie Hart coming in. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel. Jamie Hart does all kinds of variety, but we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. The Stock Explorer seeks to bring us a level-headed and down-to-earth look at both the stock market and crypto markets, and with all 3 types of content, including shorts, videos, and live streams. They've got everything from beginner tutorials to talk of advanced topics like options trading and NFTs, and they often have product in hand. I have seen this creator go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from that company, and even unbox it on a live stream. Sometimes there are charts and graphs for us to see, and most often it's friendly conversation, often with other StreamYard panelists. So I hope everybody will enjoy connecting to the Stock Explorer. They are the newest member of our moderator squad. And I'm going to look at their second channel now, Tropical Buzz, as well. Life with Adrienne XO is another creator who's been with Superchat literally for a couple of years. And I hope everybody will connect with them. She's been making frequent appearances again lately. So I hope you'll connect with her if you haven't already. Tropical Buzz is the second channel from the Stock Explorer. That's Nora again. And with 125 subscribers, this channel is growing. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 200 they're thinking about right now. They happen to be in Florida, so what they want to do here is educate us about plant life, but grow a lot of different things. They've already gotten involved in seed swaps and challenges and things like that, so I'm looking forward to more from the Stock Explorer and Tropical Buzz, of course. We'll spin the wheel. I'm going to start moving a little bit faster. We've been on for almost an hour now, but we've still got a long way to go. We can stay at least for another hour if everybody would like. Come Hither with Heather's coming up next from Australia, and I see that Scarlet Andy has a question in the chat. So let's see what we'll get Come Hither with Heather up on the screen, and let's see what Scarlet Andy has to say. Pardon me. Do watch hour numbers go down on its own if you don't keep them up, or does the amount just stay until they rise again? So the way that watch hours work exactly is that is a rolling 365 days. So however many hours you have accumulated over the last 365 days is the number of watch hours that will count for the most part towards your monetization. It's very important to understand the term public watch hours, which means your videos have to be public. If you make them unlisted or private, you run the risk of losing those hours. And shorts videos in the traditional sense do not count towards watch hours when we talk about monetization. And then what happens is if you are not monetized within that first year, in my own opinion, it really doesn't matter. I know everybody would like to be, but you either get there or you don't. But a lot of creators will put a lot of focus on the anniversary date. Like, I got to hurry up and get my watch hours before the date crosses. What will happen is if you don't make the first 365 days with 4,000 hours of watch time, you will lose whatever hours you accumulated up to 366 days ago. So, the chances are, in 99% of cases, your channel will be making many more hours today than it was a year ago. So even though you're losing a little bit, you're likely still gaining almost the full amount. So hopefully that's an answer to the question, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that. And then, Heather's got to do in a premiere right now, but that's okay. That kind of thing happens all the time. Once in a while, I'll run through a live stream and hear people talking about the idea of what do you do when somebody's live streaming? Like, people have their schedule. Once you become a part of a few different communities, a lot of creators start to try to avoid each other's times, right? This person goes on Tuesday, so I'm going to go on Wednesday, or they're on at 2 o'clock, I'm going to go on at 4 o'clock, and, try not to crash into each other and stuff like that. But at some point for everybody, it's going to be too overwhelming. You're going to have too many other creators in your family, and there will have to be times when you go with others. That's why on Superchat, I go when I have to go, and that's it. And I really think that's almost the way for most creators. It's wonderful if you can get a small community of creators together and do some of those raid trains that go on, or premiere trains, where one creator goes after the other. We've seen a few of those, which really work out well because the crowd follows along and picks up steam as it goes. But that's a different thing, right? So it's an idea, but it's never going to bother me that other people are live or having premieres, especially like when we talk about Come Hither with Heather. They're in Australia. They got to go when they got to go, right? I'm in the Eastern time zone. A lot of us are spread out throughout North America or the UK or many other countries, right? and it's almost impossible by the time you get to 1,000 subscribers or close to coordinate with everybody and make sure you're not on. Not to mention, tonight I had scheduled Tuber Chat for 2 hours later than we started, and I moved it up when I found I could come on early. So that's something to consider as well, right? Ordered Steps is in the house. And let me just get them onto the wheel. Now, pardon me because I didn't see if I caught that, if I ended up answering that question properly or not. Oh, you think the number went down since last week? That would be the reason, Scarlet Andy, because I think Scarlet Andy's been with us a year. I could be wrong about that, but it feels that way. It could be much longer, actually. So that would be the reason. Again, it's public watch hours. Anything you delete or make unlisted won't count. And then it's only the last 365 days. But thank you for the help with that as well, Rich Cat Ranch. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Come Hither with Heather comes from Australia and brings us paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations. And then thank you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. He always has interesting news for us when he comes through. Mr. Fulton Mraz is another creator I've been connected to for over 3 years now and has been with Tuber Chat, obviously, from the beginning. And then, yeah, the number will go down. It's almost guaranteed, Scarlet Andy. But chances are, like I said, you're probably gaining more with every production you do, whether they're videos, live streams, than you were 366 days ago. And then It's Our Abundant Life is editing. A big question. A child on a tractor. Oh, who do you talk to? So, okay, pardon me, because I'm not sure if I get the aspect of the question. There's always question as to this videos made for kids, right? And whether we could put children in our videos. So, I don't want to be quoted here because I'm not an authority on videos that feature children or anything else. I have been out in a lot of public places. I'm sure there was an abundant number of people of all ages in a lot of my own videos. It's never been a problem. But there is an intentional idea on YouTube for videos made for kids. And an example would be like the television show Sesame Street is made for kids, right? Things like Blue's Clues or Big Comfy Couch, if anybody knows these shows and things like that, would be made for kids. The intended audience are young children, and that's really what that means. For clarification, I suggest everybody go through the YouTube guidelines, terms, and read that stuff. I know it can be extensive, but it will be helpful to really understand. On one side, it's really not that big of a deal because most people aren't making videos that are made for kids and they really don't have to worry about it. On the other hand, when it comes to the idea of children, of course, we all want to protect them in any way that we can, and that, deals with privacy and, things like that as well. My guess, and again, I don't want to be quoted. I'm certainly not an authority on this particular aspect, but I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody putting their own children in their own videos and things like that, because of course, as a parent or a guardian, you're gonna consent for them. But that's just more of an idea than anything. So, like I said, I'd still work on the terms or guidelines. Oh, okay. So Rich Cat Ranch is also asking about live streams and watch hours. So I've done a lot of experimenting with this and had a lot of help from other creators, like my dear friend Two Pineapples, for instance, Corinne's Life, Mo6510 Models. A lot of creators have done a lot of work with watch hours and making sure we understand exactly how they work. I was mistaken for a very long time. But for clarification, when you live stream, If nobody is watching, you will not get any watch hours for that. You do not count. So even though you're streaming, I used to think that what would happen is if you're streaming, of course you're watching it while you're streaming, so you should count as one viewer, but you do not. It's very clearly laid out, actually, that that's not the case. So you get watch hours, or watch minutes might be a better way of putting it, for every moment that somebody actually watches your live stream. Now, if people put a stream on and just let it run, we believe that that's helpful. And I've had a lot of creators help my experimentation, which is extensive, as hours and hours and hours and hours of this, especially on our music channel, for those of you who had seen that. The watch hours seem to count, even when you just let the streams roll. As for views during a live stream, my calculations tell me that you get approximately 1 view for every 5 minutes that somebody's in your live stream. That might not be accurate, so again, that's something else I don't want to be quoted on. It is something I've tested many, many, many times. You can see even here in Superchat, we're on episode 489 at an average of over 2 hours per live stream, so that should tell us all right there. You'll often hear me say that over 100 channels usually come through Superchat in an average live stream, but by the time the stream's over, we already have around 300 views, right? So the math kind of doesn't work there. We're getting multiple views per person. The average person, like any other place, is staying for 10 minutes, 12, 15, 20, whatever it's going to be. It fluctuates, right? So hopefully that's helpful. Let me know if it's not, or if there's something I can help. And then It's Our Abundant Life, like a safety issue. I would only wonder about the actual safety equipment. I am not familiar enough with tractors themselves. Some of you may not know, but half of my full-time job is actually doing construction. And one of the things I do most often is run a skid steer loader. It's not exactly farm equipment, but it can be used for that. But I can tell you that that particular piece of equipment has multiple safety restraints. So I have a seat belt that should be put on, which you'll never see me put on, but I also have a special bar that comes down that's like, you know, heavy and made of steel, almost like what you'd expect from a roller coaster. And that comes down as well, so that kind of thing. So I'm not an authority, so you have to forgive me that I don't have a better answer for you. But myself personally, if it was me, if it was children that I knew very well or my own, I would probably be comfortable just doing whatever. I can't imagine get in trouble for much, as long as you're not doing things that are incredibly unsafe, which I don't imagine anybody would. So pardon me if I'm not catching that properly, but hopefully that's somewhat helpful, or at least entertaining. Black Guns and Gardens, it's good to see you in the house. I see that Cooking and Vibin' with T has just dropped a super chat as well. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support for that reason. Cooking and Vibin' with T will be the next channel that we put on the screen. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I think I have. Lori's Vlogs and Shorts is in the house. Good to see you here. I think I know that channel, and I'm just going to go and have a look. Lori's Tech Time. Lori has a second channel. Did I already know about this? Or maybe, forgive me if I wasn't certain. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek is in the house, and they happen to be a member as well. We're going to talk about Come Hither with Heather for another moment here. Like I said, paranormal investigations, explorations of abandoned locations, and when we connect with Werner's Adventures, these two creators are partners, and they do more explorations of abandoned locations. Now, Come Hither with Heather themselves will do a lot of live streaming as well, and we've seen them expand into shout-out videos. I even joined them on their panel once. So, yes, so Lori's Vlogs and Shorts is a second channel from Lori's Tech Time, and it's great to see you in the house, so thank you for coming in. This is the first time we're looking at that channel. And then thank you, It's Our Abundant Life. I know my answers can be quite long-winded as well, but hopefully that's helpful. All that fluff and stuff, it's good to see you in the house. The thing is, I wish I didn't have to do it. We wish we didn't have to dance around everything that we say. We're always worried that people are going to snipe what we say and, drag us over the coals for every wrong syllable or vowel or meaning of different things that we say. I don't mean to do the dance, right? But here in Tuber Chat, we're doing our own thing here, and I don't want to get too far into conversations that can be polarizing. But when we talk about a lot of things, I think a bigger deal is made, especially in discussion, about a lot of ideas. Can you do this? Can you do that? Kind of thing. Whereas, when we're talking, like I said, about parents, guardians, even my parents' friends, when I was growing up, my parents' friends would take me and do all kinds of stuff with me, like activities. They'd take me sailing or have me programming computers and, doing a lot of teaching me tennis or table tennis, lots of fun things. And, there was no worry about, is anything going to be wrong? And is things going to be unsafe? We're always unsafe, you know what I mean? I hurt myself as much as any other kid. But I think when, the parents are really attentive, and especially when it's intended to worry about safety, it's at the forefront of the mind, I'm sure everything will be fine. So I just wanted to add some more long-winded speech to that as well. Stephanie G's in the house. And thank you one more time, Cooking and Vibing with T. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh, there you go. Yes, I got your daughter on the skid steer with you and just want to do the right thing. The other thing too, I'm not saying I would do this, but there's a million videos out there that have, I'm sure kids riding on handlebars of bikes. I've watched a lot. I forget what I think it was called Twins TV, TWINZ. One of the first channels I started watching way too much of when I started on YouTube 5.5 years ago or more. And that was all kinds of dangerous stuff. Not children, but, people slamming into things and pulling pranks on each other. And, we've seen it on television a million times as well. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you do. So we'll leave it at that. And then pardon me for anybody that I've missed. If I missed anything that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. All that fluff and stuff is in the house from Australia as well, from the Wit Sundays. And Cooking and Vibing with T is a creator I like talking about because we recently featured this channel. And when we did, what we do is when I feature a channel, I try to go through a bit of their content right before, like the day before or that day or a couple days before, just so I can catch a few things that they've been doing either lately or to try to catch details or things that I hadn't already noticed. Cooking and Vibing with T, I forget, they said they have, I believe, over 200 videos on their channel. I forget the number they gave me the other day when I was saying the same thing. But they've got a lot of literally everything here. So I hope everybody will connect with them. I really enjoy the content that we get from a lot of the cooking channels that come through the Tuber Chat family because of the real world look that we get at the dishes that people are making in their homes, for their friends, for their families around the world in different places. Much different than a cooking television show and things like that. And I enjoy those too. It's Our Abundant Life. Thank you so much for the super chat again. I really do appreciate that. And they're holding their spot as the stream boss, as you can see under the camera there. So thank you for that. And is it 3 or 4? I was confused for a second. I was like, wait a second, Lori, I think she has another channel, but did she just start that, or is that one we knew about? And then thank you, Ordered Steps. I know today is a longer or a later stream than usual, so I do appreciate everybody coming out at such an uncommon hour. Thank you, Hyper Blitz, as well. Thank you, Rich Cat Ranch. Yes, responsibility, of course. Cooking and Vibin' with T has 1,400 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,500 they're thinking about. I see them out supporting other creators often as well. So Stephanie G is coming up right now. Now this is a very popular name for a channel. So we're going to pull a couple maneuvers here to try to find this. First of all, she's got a dot at the end of the G, and that will help. And then as well, I'm going to put quotes around the name and tell YouTube with the filters, which you could do on a computer or phone, that I'm looking for Stephanie G specifically. I got to scroll quite a bit. Now, I'm already connected to this creator, so any second now we should see one that is subscribed. And if not, I'll just click to go to the channel and I'll get a link for them. Now, typically, we don't do a lot of links here in Superchat, and one of the reasons why is because when we search, find, and click on each other, we're actually doing a great service for each other, because eventually what will happen is they will rise up the search results, and YouTube will do a better job of predicting when we're looking for this particular Stephanie G. So, in this case, though, I'm having a little bit of trouble finding it. You can see I'm subscribed. It just didn't come up yet. They got 94 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards their 100. They're going to have it any time now. I'm happy to see, again, that community tab for everybody now. And I'm going to drop the link for this channel so that everybody can get to it a little bit easier. Because it's a little bit like really hard to find this channel, and especially if you're on a phone, I don't even know what that will take to get to them. After a little while, like I said, they'll rise up the search results. Some of that, of course, comes from views, from subscribers, you know, just hitting the algorithm and building this channel. So I hope everybody will give Stephanie G an extra view or an extra comment or an extra thumbs up or share to get them moving a little bit farther, right? It's just a popular name. And then, yeah, Hyper Blitz, yes, late. So thank you for that. And then Stephanie G, you did send me, what did you send to me? Let me see if I can catch it here. And pardon me for, oh yes, here we are. Oh yes, okay, you had sent the URL, right, which is the new handle, and it is Stephanie_G with the dot. When we type that in, this comes. So I'm going to show you how these handle URLs work and why they're so important. So now you see I typed the link in the chat again. That's for Stephanie G again, but that's the URL with the new handle and the @ symbol. YouTube is taking a page out of TikTok and Instagram's books. And pardon me for not catching that right away, Stephanie G, but I'll blame it on being a little more tired than usual. But thank you for sending that over. So one of the things that's going to happen, right? Not that I'm right, but I predict that over time, people are going to start memorizing your handle, maybe even more so than your channel name. And that's going to be important because you want to have something that's easy to remember and reflects your channel. Now, Stephanie G, again, might be a popular handle, so they've got what they've got here, but that gives them the opportunity to have a much shorter URL, which they'll be able to give to people, and eventually people will start to recognize that handle as YouTube presents it to us more often. They haven't done it yet, but we're going to start seeing on mobile and on the computer. They're going to start using that handle in different places. I really think it's going to be more important than I could probably describe based on what we've already seen from Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and others. And then, so we've got Stephanie G up there right now. I'm going to try to remember this handle, but likely now that I've used it, I always use this browser when we're on Superchat, and when I go to try to type it in, it will probably come up for me. So if I do youtube.com/@Stephanie it will come up, see, because I've already done it, and then I'll be able to catch this. So I'll try to remember that if I have trouble again, but there's Stephanie G, and thank you everybody for helping them get to 99 subscribers. They're going to have their first 100 anytime now. One of the things I recommend, though, is to keep working if you can. I know it's easier said than done, but we want to lock in that 100 with a few extra subscribers. I recommend 5 or 10 if you can, so that if YouTube plays games with your numbers tomorrow, you don't dip below the 100. And then let's think about spinning the wheel. I'm just scanning back in the chat to make sure I haven't missed anything. And then thank you everybody again for coming in at such an uncommon hour. So home bartending with John is going to be next. In the meantime, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I'll appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then if anybody has the ability to share out this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm. So again, I'll appreciate it. So we'll take a break for 3 minutes. We're coming back with home bartending with John. Pardon me. I literally took that 3 minutes to stuff my face with Halloween candy. So we're back. And we're about to look at Home Bartending with John. And thank you to everybody who made it for our Halloween episode, by the way. If you didn't already, I hope you go back and just check out the replay, because we did something pretty cool to dress up the stream. Delicious Eats and Tasty Treats is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I also see M&A Mystery Tours is in the house. It's good to see you here. One other thing I should talk about how we connect here specifically in Superchat. I just want to mention it for a few of the people who've been here not too many times before. So you don't have to be brand new today, but if you've just found Superchat within the last couple of months, because I haven't been talking about it as much as I used to, but it's extremely important. The way that we connect here specifically is to start a conversation with another creator, head to their channel right away, watch a full video of at least 3 minutes long from beginning to end, leave a meaningful, genuine comment, give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on, come back, let them know that you've done that. They will turn around and do the same thing for you. There is some talk out there in the growth stream, either community or with different channels, about whether you should wait to connect with people. But what I want to point out about all of this, some of you, most of you hopefully, have seen me in other live streams, maybe your own, maybe with other people, or in premieres. When somebody connects with me personally, Superchat, let's say, outside of our live streams, in a premiere, a live stream, a live chat, I connect with them immediately. I do not wait, not 24 hours, not 48 hours or anything like that. You run the risk of losing your subscribers by waiting, because YouTube takes them away right away. When we hear people talk about losing subscribers, it's almost always right away. Whereas when I'm out connecting with creators, like I said, I do it immediately. I do it right that second. And even though Superchat loses as many subscribers as anybody else does due to the algorithm not connecting correctly and stuff like that, nobody ever loses Superchat. It has been extremely rare in the last 2.5 years where we've seen an actual loss of a subscriber. I can tell you it does happen after a year. If you haven't been to a channel in a year and they haven't been to your channel, you can lose the connection. But in 99.9% of cases, nobody ever loses Superchat. And you see that because I put the channels on the screen and you see that they are always subscribed. So it's just an idea, but I just wanted to put that out there because I know there's a bit of confusion. I'm not saying our way is the right way. I don't think there is any single right way, but we've been doing this for a very long time, 2.5 years, and the formula really hasn't changed. So again, the idea is we watch a full video. Very important that it's 3 minutes long. Very important that we watch that entire video. As a matter of fact, I recommend that you take another couple of videos and put them in another playlist, maybe even just your watch later list that you can run later. And the reason why I say that is because that shows YouTube that you cared so much about this creator's content, you already went back for seconds and maybe even thirds. And I think that really helps. So it's just an idea. But I hope that's helpful. And then hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody is still active, we should get around to everybody. If you've mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see that I missed, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. If you go back to, episode number 30, 40, 50, 100, 127, 237, or anything like that, you're going to hear me say the same things over and over and over again because it really doesn't change. So home bartending with John, is up on the screen right now with 203 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about. I actually saw Home Bartending with John today, and forgive me if he's still here in the chat, because he was here from the beginning of the stream. He was on another live stream today, and still, I can't figure out who it was. I can't remember for the life of me. I was hopping in and out of a couple today, but I really wasn't able to be on the computer for long periods of time. But I'm always happy to see creators collaborating together. Now, I was drawn to this channel right away when Home Bartending with John came in to the Superchat family just a few months ago, because he has a unique channel. Oh, was it Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek? I was way off when I thought it was either Rich Cat Ranch or somebody else. I thought it was a homesteading channel. I could be wrong, unless he's hopping in on many. But I think that was the one, Scratch and PPA. So thank you for mentioning that. And then what this creator is doing on their channel, they're doing a lot of reviews lately. We see an unboxing of bar supplies, which is another type of video for John. What he typically wants to do here is help us understand how to make some of the most popular cocktails in different variations, sometimes a quick and easy way, often with another variation based on pop culture, and then as well a traditional sense. You see the elaborate home bar setup that he's got. He's even taken us on a shopping trip to show us what it takes to keep that bar stocked. And hopefully everybody will enjoy it. Home Bartending with John is incredibly supportive. He's been here almost every single day since finding us. It could be every single day since finding us, and I see him constantly supporting other creators. So I wish for you to get that kind of support coming back to you as well. Black Guns and Gardens, forgive me, I actually got up from my when we went on that break there, so I did not see your super chat come through. Pardon me for that. I should have scrolled back, and you'll notice Black Guns and Gardens now gets on the top of the list of the activity thing that's kind of in that direction there. It's hard to do that with the camera, right? So I should have noticed that, but Scratch and PPA caught that. Black Guns and Gardens will be the next channel that we look at, and then I did spin the wheel, so we'll get Jamie Hart up in a moment. Jamie Hart does a ton of variety, as you'll see. We'll get that channel up in a quick second. So I'm going to move a little bit faster now. We're in the second half of the live stream. And thank you again, Scratch and PPA, for catching that. Geeky Girls Journal, good to see you here as well. I see them out supporting creators all the time also. And if anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I think I caught it from Black Guns and Gardens. They've got a video here, which is a solar-powered generator, kind of huge power bank type of thing. And I think this is where I found out, because I've seen other creators do that. I forget who else did a review of this. And they mentioned it was a Prime Day deal, which is kind of cool. I hadn't known that. I have something like that. Mine's older and from a different company and not solar, but I'm always interested in this. A lot of us have to worry about batteries, especially when you start filming out on location or live streaming. Things like batteries, things like heat, things like cold, it all matters, right? Then you got to think to yourself, what are you going to bring with you? Now, if you're walking around, you may not want to carry something like that for an hour or two, but if you're going to go outside but be fairly stationary, something like that looks like it's going to be a beautiful thing to have. But that's just one aspect of Black Guns and Gardens. We featured this channel not too long ago, and I got a chance to see some garden tours from this creator. They're always having fun when they're making their videos, and their intention is to help us with homesteading type activities and preparedness, of course. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I see them out supporting other creators all the time. And then Annabelle TV's been a member for 7 months now. Thank you for that highlighted milestone message. I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support. Annabelle TV always brings fun everywhere that they go as well. So like I said, I'm going to move a little bit faster. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Jamie Hart is up right now. When I see that, I think it's Past Life Explorer, another YouTube creator that's here in the Superchat family. I haven't seen that video yet. I'll put it in my catch-up list. It's another karaoke Halloween edition. That'll be interesting. Jamie Hart does a ton of variety. So like I said, they do horror, Twin Peaks, movies, retrospectives, vlogs, live streams, gaming, karaoke covers, adventure, nature, photography, and they happen to be a cat lover. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that variety. Jamie Hart obviously is a dynamic creator with a ton of energy. You'll find that when you get there in their variety. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and pushing them towards the 500 subscribers we know that they're going to be thinking about now. And let's spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel up in a quick second here. And thank you one more time, Black Guns and Gardens, for that super chat. Now that we're moving faster, it shouldn't be too long. I know I've said this 100 times today, but it shouldn't be too long before we get some channels onto our wheel from our chat list. We'll open that up soon enough when we get down to about 5 or 6. But we're not in any rush to get out of here today, so I'm expecting to stay for half an hour. We can stay a little bit longer if we need to, if everybody would like to. Annabelle TV is up right now. Like I said, this creator brings fun everywhere that they go, and they have 695 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 700 they're thinking about. Pardon me, while thoughts are crossing my mind while I'm in the middle of my speech, I forgot to do this again, but Michael's Adventures is a creator who's here in the Tuberchat family and is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in the last 5.5 years. And he always makes sure that I remember to let everybody know that he's thinking about us. He wishes he could be here today. He's just not here due to a work schedule. We all have to deal with that kind of thing. You know, life gets in the way. We have to rearrange our schedules. Not everybody can be in every live stream all the time, of course, right? But he always wants to make sure that I let everybody know. So he will likely be back with us. I think he's working tomorrow as well, so pardon me for not being certain about that. He sends me a message to let me know, but I think he's not going to be here tomorrow. He'll be back on Sunday for sure. But like I said, an incredibly supportive creator, and I'm talking about Michael's Adventures. So, pardon me. So we're on Annabelle TV, and I said this creator brings fun everywhere that they go. A little bit of comedy usually comes along with that. That includes here in Tuberchat live streams, as well as everywhere that I see them out supporting other creators as well. Pardon me. When we look at Annabelle TV's content, more than anything else, we're going to find mukbang style product reviews or challenges, and a lot of those are collaborations with other creators, which is really cool to see. I'm just going to grab the latest one, put this into my catch-up list. That will help me catch up with them, make sure I don't fall behind. They do a little bit of garden updates and then some random content as well, so hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And all three types here, of course, shorts, videos, and streams. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Do you think pumpkins are benefiting of Thanksgiving? I keep forgetting because we had our Thanksgiving a few weeks ago, and our friends in the United States have one coming up in a few more weeks. I think pumpkins are an icon when it comes to Thanksgiving. Pumpkin beer time, says Home Bartending with John. Interesting. I don't drink very much. I have the occasional social drink, but when I do, I tend to stick to the same stuff. I am not very adventurous when it comes to different things. I tend to drink Corona when I drink it. If they had a pumpkin flavored Corona, I'd have to probably try that, or at least a pumpkin flavored cerveza from somebody, but I I haven't seen anything like that yet. And then let's look at Odom's Homestead right now. and see what they've got going on. Like I said, we're going to move a little bit faster now because we're in the second half of the stream and we've been on for an hour and a half. We can still stay for a long time, and we'd love to get to as many channels as we can, as we always do. Odom's Homestead is here with 373 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. And there you go. When we talk about pumpkin, yeah, pumpkin pie, but I do love that stuff. I certainly do. A lot of the traditional stuff I like. I just don't get very adventurous. Used to eat a lot of pumpkin seeds. I don't know what happened to that. That's been a long time. Pumpkin soup actually sounds like a good idea. I didn't, for most of my adult life, even refer to things as root vegetables, and then I started to understand when I started to cook a little bit more. Now, I don't cook very much at all. I'm very lucky that Kristen happens to be a spectacular cook and does 99% of the cooking. Her daughter helps as well. They're both very knowledgeable in the kitchen. Like I said, we do watch some cooking television shows occasionally, and a lot of cooking channels here on YouTube, of course. But I can cook to save my life, but I don't have anything that I make that's spectacular. I make a couple of simple things like a chili and a lasagna that are exactly what you'd expect them to be. Nothing out of the ordinary. Poor man's squash is an interesting way to put it as well. Wow, pumpkin scones. I guess you can use them for just about everything. It makes sense. Kristen actually made a pumpkin bread the other day. She made a few different breads. She made a banana bread, pumpkin bread, and was it pumpkin bread? Yes, it was. And blueberry. And then she made blueberry again. And then CDC Vintage and Mechanical. How old are you, sir? I wonder if that's for me. It's good to see you here. And I'm not lying when I say I'm in my late 40s, but I'll tell you I'm older than you think I am. That goes for almost everybody, I'm sure. Odom's Homestead is here with almost 400 subscribers. They're going to have it very soon. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther on this channel. They have got shorts and videos. Perhaps live streaming will be an idea for the near future. And I think I'm caught up actually right this second, which is great. We recently featured this channel, as a matter of fact. So let's see their about page for a quick second. Growing is their passion. They're building a half-acre homestead and share their life lessons. Like I said about a lot of these creators from the homesteading, farming, gardening, ranching, camping, outdoors, fishing types of channels, a lot of these creators have this instinctive nature, I find, to want to share knowledge and resources with each other. And then let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. Coach Mary Ma is in the house. We'll see what they've got going on as well. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn that chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. And then, Whiskey Woman Whisks. I haven't had you on the wheel yet, but you know what? As a matter of fact, it's been a long time. I'm about to start getting channels onto the wheel from our chat list, so we'll step that up and I'll try to get it done shortly. I put them up in order of who's been most active in the chat, more so than how long you've been here. It's possible to be here for 2 hours and still not be on the wheel, whereas somebody could come in for 20 minutes and get onto the wheel kind of thing, if that makes any sense. So we have a brand new channel in the house. Italist1, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the chat. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Pardon me, Lori's Tech Time. I believe I was supposed to have already had you on the wheel, so I've got you on there now. We often have channels or creators with more than one channel, so if they happen to have a membership on one channel, it doesn't show up on the other, and I may miss that, but I think Lori's Tech Time should have been on the wheel. Let me see what I can do about adding some names. Nicky D Music and More is probably still with us in the chat, so I'll get that channel on there right now. And Barb's Country Home might still be with us. I gotta check these out because I know it's been a while. Oh my dear goodness. And that's just to make sure they're still here. So Coach Barry Mod's up right now with 280 subscribers. Become limitless and unstoppable. This is a creator that wants to motivate us with positivity and encouragement. They are talking about resilience, education, strategy, experience, and training so that they can help people regain self-esteem, rebuild self-confidence, improve their net worth, and conquer self-sabotaging tendencies of stigma, guilt, blame, and shame. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Coach Mary Ma, and I'm always happy to see creators who want to motivate others. It's Our Abundant Life. Thank you so much for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. They've done that several times even here in this particular live stream, so thank you for that. I always only put channels on the screen one time, but I really do appreciate that extra generous support. The Bullock Experience is on the wheel right now because they've just come in, so thank you for that. And like I said, I'm going to move a little bit faster through channels. As you see, Coach Mary Ma is bringing us shorts, videos, and live streams. So let's see who's coming up next. Barb's Country Home will likely be the next channel that we're looking at. And yeah, there they are. So thank you for still being here. Again, for anybody that's fairly new to Superchatter, if today's your first day, the wheel is run by who's most active in the chat, more so than how long you're here. Barb's Country Home, I see I'm behind with you. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos, wind damage and fall planting. I'll see what lessons you have for us to learn there. And 768 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 that they're thinking about. We see that they've got videos and shorts on their channel. John and Barb, their lifestyle's always been living a simple life with gardening, cooking, animals, and most of all, sharing knowledge with their children and grandkids, which now they are sharing with us as well. So they welcome us to the great state of Texas to join their journey as they learn and explore new things and have many adventures and share those with us. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Like I said, we'd love to push them towards the 800 subscribers that they're thinking about. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If I have missed anything that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Super Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Delicious Eats and Tasty Treats is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. 439 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 500 that they're thinking about. And Delicious Eats and Tasty Treats is another channel I'm still getting to know. And they like Asian infusion, Afro-Caribbean, Middle Eastern, Italian soul food, Latin food, American food, vegetarian, and much more. So a lot of variety here. And hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And as we're talking about all the pumpkin stuff, look at this, pumpkin donuts. So that will be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what you've done with that. That'll give me a chance to catch another piece of content from you. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels better, and eventually after watching videos and streams for many weeks and months, I get to know the content a little bit better. And if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I enjoy getting to know creators as well. It helps my speeches get better when you're featured here in Superchat on the screen. So anybody can reach out to me anytime. It doesn't have to be questions. It can be if there's something you think I can help with. But I love talking YouTube. I really enjoy hearing stories about people's journeys, things they learn, things that they think can benefit others. So you can reach out to me on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter. I'm there some of the time as well. And pardon me, let's spin the wheel. I'm not drinking nearly enough today. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek. I luckily caught him for a stream. Same thing that I had said earlier to Rich Cat Ranch, though, that I was happy I caught you today, but I was actually in the middle of a few different things. And for today, I wasn't able to be on the computer very much. So what I did was leave it running, but I was able to hop into a stream, kind of say hello for a few minutes, and then had to just let the things run. But Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek is on all the time. 1,700 subscribers now. We've seen this creator grow fast because of their generosity, what they're doing for others. I think that's really what's propelling this channel. So I'm just going to grab your latest video. They're giving us a lot of help with our YouTube journey lately, literally technical aspects now, but they do a lot of live streaming. They give us a lot of motivation as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And then as well, the Weightlifting Geek has a second channel, the Geek Griller ASMR. Pardon me, and I see they've got a shorts video here, but hopefully we'll find some new content. This is where we know ASMR is a huge category on YouTube, and the Weightlifting Geek wants to bring us some more content on this second channel. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them there as well. If anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuber Chat today, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and possibly even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So I'll appreciate it greatly. Lake and Kisses is brand new to Tuber Chat. They've actually been here a couple times before, but this is the first time we're putting their channel on the screen. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos here, the 9-minute one, and I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We try to be here 4 days a week, usually Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and we make up one extra stream during the week in most cases. VS Speaks Royally is coming up right now, another longtime friend of Tuber Chat, somebody who's an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. VS Speaks Royally brings a little bit of variety on their channel in shorts, videos, and streams, but most of what you're going to find here is talk of the royal family. And one of the things that's really interesting, we talk about engagement a lot on YouTube here, and when you engage in true conversation in a live chat, whether it's a premiere or a live stream, you're doing a great service for the host, because you're sending true engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm. When you see VS Speaks Royally in a live stream, you'll find an engaged conversation there, and VS Speaks Royally does a great job of leading that conversation, and we see this channel growing rapidly. So well over 3,300 subscribers now, and you know I say of channels of this size that they must have much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey. We can all imagine that. And then, yeah, all that fluff and stuff. I've seen a couple of those robots again. my recommendation for everybody when you see those things is, first of all, you can change your settings in the back of your YouTube channel and your YouTube videos. You kind of want to do it for the whole channel, but you might want to think about making the, it says hold all comments for review. You may not want that. And what I'm talking about is in the live streams or premieres. But you can dial up the settings to be a little more strict. You'll see what I mean when you get in there. As well, what you can do is when some of those robots come by with the bad websites that they want to show us, you can take some of the terms for the things that they typically say, and you can put those into your banned words list. What I recommend is like 2 or 3 words at a time, all as one kind of keyword, if that makes sense. And then when anybody, even a robot, tries to say that stuff, it doesn't happen. You notice those robots don't come into TuberChat. There's a couple of reasons. One of them is because of the 20-minute time limit. And I don't recommend that for anybody. If it's something you think is right for you and your channel, then of course, we all have to make the right decisions for our own channels. But 20 minutes can be very limiting. You do so much work to get people to your channel, and you don't want them to leave right away just because they don't want to wait the 20 minutes to come in. 20 minutes can be a long time, especially when you're online and there's so much else to choose from, over 50 million channels, right? But in TuberChat it works because we want to give people an idea of what we're doing before they come in. You might be surprised to know, I haven't looked lately, but the analytics used to tell me that half the people who click on a TuberChat live stream leave right away without ever chatting, which is actually what everybody would want, because if somebody does not want to do what we're doing, or hasn't seen a growth stream before, or does not enjoy this kind of thing, we'd rather they be outgrowing their channel in other ways if that's what they're doing. And we want to make sure that the connections that we're making here in the TuberChat family are the most loyal and dedicated supporters, and having the 20 minutes of patience to even come in is a good first step for that. It gives people a really good chance to see what we're doing and make a decision. And then if they decide to stay, as everybody here has, you get an idea of what we're talking about and how the system's working. So John H. Shelton is in the house from the UK. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then, one of these days, all that fluff and stuff, I hope to make videos about these things. But you will find in your community settings where you add or take away your moderators and things like that is where the banned words list in. Anything you want people to not say, you can put in there, right? A lot of creators put the word subscribe and subbed and subby and subs and all that kind of stuff in there as a minimum. And then as well, there's typical lists. If you just search out YouTube banned words list, you'll be able to download a text file that will give you all of the typical things that most of us wish nobody would ever say in any of our videos or things like that. And then the Christian Magician, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Sister Winnie, thank you for coming in as well, and for the thumbs up. Joyful Julie is here. It's good to see you also. John H. Shelton needs to be added onto the wheel. So I'm going to try to step things up as well here, because I seem to have been very much more long-winded today than I had thought. And we have about a half an hour to go. I got to cap the live stream at some point. One of the things that you want to think about is your moderators too, right? Often we start a stream, but we don't know when it's going to end. And the moderators, thank goodness, will stay with us and help and things like that. But you got to wonder, after 2 hours or 2.5 hours, you just want to give them an idea that there's light at the end of the tunnel as a minimum, right? Wormstrong Adventures is coming up in a moment, and you'll have to pardon me because I'm a little more tired than usual this week. My work weeks are going to start to calm down, give me a lot more YouTube time, but boy, was it intense the last couple of weeks. And John H. Shelton is working on a website right now, very cool. Wormstrong Adventures is up right now. This is a travel channel. They are bringing us on a cruise, and I'm just going to grab their latest video and put that in my catch-up list. And then as well, I'm going to hit this notification bell so that I can catch their premiere hopefully tomorrow. That's going to be a couple of hours after Tuber Chat, as a matter of fact. We're going to be much earlier tomorrow. Oh, the Mod Father. Yeah, I wish that I thought of that name a long time ago, because that would have been the nickname I would have used for Scratch and PPA. I think it's awesome. We have a creator in the Tuber Chat family who's well known as the Mod Father, but Scratch and PPA is certainly a shining jewel, to say the least. One of the most supportive creators that I have seen in over 5.5 years on YouTube. So Warmstrong Adventures gives us a ton of support, not just here in Tuber Chat, but also on our copyright-free music channel. For anybody who hasn't already seen it, I hope you'll check it out. All the same music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. We have a lot of creators using it. It's available on all major streaming platforms, but we do have that extra YouTube channel set up where you can go and either swipe that music or grab some stream replays and things like that to run. And all the music has no vocals, so you never have to worry about being sung or spoken over if you use it. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and that's Wormstrong Adventures, a longtime friend of Tuber Chat now, as a matter of fact. Ordered Steps is coming up next. We'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. And I'm going to start moving a little bit faster because, like I said, we've been on for almost 2 hours. Ordered Steps has 197 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 they're thinking about. They're going to have it any time. On their banner, they tell us that it is weekly-ish entertainment with vlogs, commentary, rants, reviews, reactions, etc. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We're still getting to know Ordered Steps, but I see them out supporting other creators as well, which is a wonderful thing to know. You can expect that kind of support coming back to you as well. And then we see that they've got shorts, videos, and live streams. And I can't tell you how happy I am to have this community tab out there for everybody now, by the look of it, right? And the idea behind that is because I can give you a hint right now and tell you that even as the host of Tuber Chat in the last 2.5 years, the #1 thing that I am thanked for is sharing people's videos on the community tab. It's the #1 noticed thing. So that's just a hint. We all have to make the right decision for our own channels. YouTube actually just made a video letting you know how you can really maximize views and influence your audience, if you want to put it that way, by using the community tab. I would recommend for everybody to follow the YouTube creators channel so that you can see what they specifically have to say for advice when it comes to growing our channels and moving our videos. The Bud Files is up right now. These are modern day archaeologists, and what they seek to do on their channel is uncover history and digitally preserve it. I'm just going to take one of their latest videos and put this into my catch-up list right now. That will help me catch up with them a bit. They do all 3 types of content with shorts, videos, and live streams, as you can see, and they take us to all kinds of places like ghost towns, abandoned places of different types, as well as graveyards and cemeteries. So 800 is right around the corner for them, and they're here with us in Tuber Chat every single day. So I really do appreciate that generous support. They happen to have been a member for a while, so we've put them on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, of course. It's just about time for me to get some more names onto the wheel. Let me spin first, and I think what we're going to do is we'll take a break for another 3 minutes, and then when we come back, we're going to be looking at a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. We're going to be speaking to, speaking of Scratch and PPA. All right, we're back and talking about Scratch and PPA. So, I mentioned this creator as one of the most supportive that I have met in the last 5.5 years, and I hope that everybody will connect with him if you haven't already. I believe that one of the reasons why this channel has so much fast-paced, high-energy activity during the premieres that run every week is because of the support that Scratch and PPA has given to so many other creators. But I don't want to discount the video production here and what Scratch and PPA has done. He's got a really interesting concept on a series of videos. So it's lottery ticket scratching, but he actually pits tickets against each other and gives everybody the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if you follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. Not to mention the idea of his video editing skills, which people have complimented for the last almost 2 years, ever since he posted his very first video. So I hope everybody will connect with him and see what I mean. Happy Halloween from Alpha 1914. That's Danforth Avenue Wellness. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They've changed their channel name every day just for fun, but they have been a long-time supporter of Superchat. So I've got my notification on now for this coming premiere. Scratch and PPA posts every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern on schedule, and this is in the second year, 44 weeks in a row. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him and seeing what I'm talking about. If you can catch us for one of these premieres, you will find one of the fastest rolling chats you've seen in the Superchat family. Faster than this one, faster than most others. It rivals those of Hilda DC or Garden State Gardener. As well, Whiskey Woman Whisks, thank you so much. I've got you on the wheel now. I added a few more names. All that fluff and stuff is there. Scarlet Andy is on the wheel, and One Frugal Thing is there as well. And then, I wonder if we know the creator behind that channel. It's fairly new. They've been around for a little while, actually, so that's okay. I just wanted to look at their channel in the background. So Scratch and PPA, like I said, is incredibly supportive to other creators. I think we can take inspiration from both the presentation on this channel that's been spectacular from the beginning, the avatar, the banner that's updated every week, the thumbnails that go along with it. He includes giveaways in his videos. And you will find a lot of activity and meet more friends and family members in that 15 to 20 minute window every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, like I said. So I think inspiration can also be taken from what he does with the outside social networks to show us how you can draw in activity and make your video series even more fun, not to mention the channel. John H. Shelton is coming up next. Geeky Girls Journal will get you onto the wheel. John H. Shelton comes to us from the UK. When we look at Mr. Shelton TV, we see actually what's a second channel from this creator, and it's very late for them right now. My dear goodness, it must be 5 a.m. for you. Mr. Shelton TV's been a longtime friend of Tuberchat, an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I've got my premiere set up for Sunday with you. I've got the notification on. I'm just going to grab another video though, put it in my catch-up list. Now this creator's actually got two different channels, so when we look at the second one, we see John H. Shelton. And with over 7,000 subscribers, you know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already gone through in their YouTube journey. We can all imagine that. John H. Shelton is somewhat of a filmmaker, as a matter of fact, and he gets into all types of different arts. He gets into some video gameplay. He does poetry. You might find him singing or doing a skit. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And like I said, this is an incredibly supportive creator that's been with us for a long time. He's done at least 2 shout-out videos for Superchat. All that fluff and stuff is coming to us from Australia, part of the Wit Sundays. I know I'm not saying that right, but I'm learning still. All that fluff and stuff is a longtime dear friend of Superchat. They originally took us out on a lot of water-based activities, anything from mud crabbing to snorkeling to reef fishing, and they bring all 3 types of content, so shorts, videos, and live streams. I've got a reminder on or my notification on for your premiere, and is that a live stream? I think it's a live stream actually, and it's going to be coming up in just a few hours, as a matter of fact. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. And they've been doing a lot of cooking videos lately, but they've been doing more video production as well. And as a matter of fact, I'm just going to grab another stream replay that they've got here from yesterday and put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with their channel a little bit, make sure I don't fall any farther behind. So all 3 types of videos, like I said, and all that fluff and stuff, has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. They always bring interaction into our chat, for which I'm grateful. They've got almost 1,700 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer right now. Let's spin the wheel. We got another channel up. Oh, Lori's Vlogs and Shorts is a brand new channel. What we might find is... oh, pardon me, I lost my train of thought while I was typing in the chat there. When we look for Lori's channel, she's got 2 now, so she just started a brand new channel, but that's Lori's Tech Time. So I'm putting that in the chat so that you can still search, find, and click on her original channel, and then hopefully she's got a way for you to get right to the other one after that. Geeky Girls Journal is up right now, and this is a creator that wants to motivate and inspire young women, but I think we can all take at least a lesson, if not some motivation or encouragement, from the messages in the content here. Geeky Girls Journal is incredibly supportive too. I see them out supporting other creators all the time. Many times we've run into each other in different live streams. Oh, Good Times Homestead can't chat right now. Maybe I can find a way to solve that. We'll do that in a second. Geeky Girls Journal. Let me just read their about page for a quick second. Small business owner. They're here to encourage, motivate, inspire, and share. We'll see motivational and inspirational content. Women who are crushing it. Mama stuff and tips to help for your children. Guys are welcome there too, as they say. But I think, like I said, we can all take some inspiration from them. But they're incredibly supportive also. So thank you, Scratch and PPA. Let me see if I can solve that right now. Let's get to Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. I just saw them in another live stream as well. I forget who they were on with. Pardon me. I wasn't. I was running through stuff so quickly. Maybe it was it Rich Cat Ranch? Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. And what I'm going to do is grab their URL right here, and I'm going to show you something. When we go down to our settings in our YouTube studio and go to the community, you can go to your approved users, and you'll find a lot of creators here. The first step when somebody can't get into a chat is to, so if there's anybody listening or watching, Good Times Homestead, if you're listening or watching right now, thank you for messaging Pete. The first step is to reset the device, whether it's a computer or a phone. We find it helps. It doesn't make sense, but for whatever reason it works. Then as well, what you can do is take their URL and add that creator into your approved users list. So all you do is paste that URL here in the list, click on their name, and make sure you save, and then they should be added. That's a secondary help. And YouTube is coming out with ways for us to be able to use that approved users idea by, let's say, limiting your chat only to people you have as approved users. If you wonder to yourself, why would I want that? Why would I want only approved users? We've already got members only. But here's the thing. You might only want to have a live stream where certain people can interact, and you might want your moderators included. So that's an idea, because YouTube hasn't solved the problem yet of how to do a members only live stream but still have the moderators as a part of it. So that's an idea. There's Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. So whether they reset their device or whether our trick just worked there, that's an idea. But that's a quick way to know how to fix that. If somebody messages you on a separate social network and lets you know that they're having trouble chatting, that can be a first step or two. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. The Bullock Experience is coming up here. We recently featured them. And then as well, a couple of weeks ago, I was on a panel. It wasn't a panel. It was Crocheting with Leanne. We did an interview. We call it an interview, but with me it usually ends up turning into a friendly conversation, because usually I know the creator for a long time before we do it. But we talked a lot of YouTube. I hope you'll go back and check that out. But the Bullock Experience was recently featured on that channel in an interview as well. So Kelly Bullock is here with almost 700 subscribers. They're halfway on the road to 700 right now. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm just going to take their How to Get Ready for Winter video and put that in my catch-up list. It's a stream replay, but that will help me stay caught up with them. The Bullock Experience is going to bring us fishing more than anything else. That fish on the banner right there, if you wanted to know, is a 3-pound bass, which is a healthy size, that's for sure. I have caught some bass in my life when my father and grandfathers used to take me fishing, but I never caught anything quite that size. So good for Kelly Bullock to be able to do that, and I hope you'll join them. You find that their live streams usually run quite a bit of time here. Sometimes they can get into a couple of hours, so the conversation of course can go anywhere, but it typically starts with fishing. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. They've got some shorts there in between the videos and streams as well. So let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here and see who is coming up next. One Frugal Thing is here for the first time in Tuber Chat, so we'll see what they've got going on their channel. If there's anybody listening or watching who hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please say anything at all in the chat. I'll get you on right away. This is a brand new channel, so I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. What I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos, put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. Hopefully you have our notification bell on as well and you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here 4 days a week, usually Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We try to make up one extra stream during the week, but we move the times around so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Whiskey Woman Whisks is coming up now. We'll see what this creator has got going on for us. They're another brand new channel in the Tuber Chat family. So again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos and I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. We were just talking about all kinds of pumpkin dishes today. So a praline pumpkin upside down cake will be interesting. And I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on. And that should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. So let's spin the wheel. The Christian Magician, I just got you on the wheel right now. It takes quite a bit of time these days. And today we were busier than I thought, considering it's pretty late and I moved the time. But I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, of course. So the Christian Magician is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. And then 72 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the first 100. We know the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, we see channels hitting different milestones and passing them all the time. So we just want to give the Christian Magician some motivation by pushing them a little bit closer to that first 100. I can see I'm behind with you, so I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos, put that in my catch-up list. That will help me catch up, make sure I don't fall too much farther behind. Thank you, Nikki D Music and More. I've still got your channel on the wheel. I will put both of your channels up for a moment. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Scarlet Andy is a longtime friend of Superchat, 629 subscribers on this channel, and they've got a lot of shorts videos. Hopefully some of these start to really take off. I see you're getting some action on them, which is great. I'm just going to take one of your latest videos because I can see I'm behind. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, and again, that will let me catch up a little bit, make sure I don't fall any farther behind here. And then Scarlet Andy is on the road towards 700. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer. And they're doing a lot of variety on their channel. ASMR vlogs, tributes, they actually do much more than that, but you'll see that when you get there. And then I'm going to just race through the last couple of channels. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Nikki D Music and More is up on the screen, and Bipolar Aquatics, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Nikki D Music and More has 193 subscribers on this second channel that they've started. Nikki D has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter to Superchat for a long time. And you can see they're getting into all three types of content, shorts, videos, and live streams here. But then when we look at Nikki D Official, we also see that this creator has an original channel where they've already got 138 subscribers as well. There's more variety here, but some cover shorts, videos, and more is what they're telling us. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Nikki D on both of these channels. So Nikki D Official, Nikki D Music, and More. And then let's look at Lori's Tech Time. We'll spin the wheel just for fun. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you've spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. We're back again tomorrow, just over 12 hours from now, as a matter of fact, much earlier than today. Andre Southgate, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Lori's Tech Time brings us tech reviews more than anything else from electronic gadgets, usually from a subscription service called Gadget Discovery Club, but also some independent stuff and a lot of video game live streaming where they're very considerate about the idea of picking games they can play with their viewers that are very popular. Lori has a new channel now, and let me make sure I get the right name for this. Lori's Vlogs and Shorts. One of the things I'm going to recommend, let me just see if it's already done before I say too much. One of the things I just want to recommend is maybe to feature it on your front page. I appreciate our featured channels there, the music channel and Superchat, but if you feature your own, maybe even at the bottom of the front page, it allows people to find it a little bit easier. But I'm just going to grab the link for that right now. This is Lori's brand new channel. And there's the link everybody can hit. Pop in the popcorn. Good to see you here. Katie, thank you for coming in. And when we look at Lori's vlogs and shorts, it's brand new to me today. So what I'm going to do is take... Oh, see, they're all shorts videos. That's interesting. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave this channel on the screen. And then what I will do is actually go through all of your shorts. I'm just going to let them run. And I will make sure to comment on at least one of them. Subscribe, ring the bell, of course, and give thumbs up for these things. And that should make our connection stick. And then thank you everybody for the time that you spent, and forgive me for the channels that we did not get to, but again, we're back in about 12 hours from now. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.